Hello, everybody. It's Gwen with CraftyLadyDesigns.com. It's a Tuesday. We are starting a new project today. We finished our little project last week with our ATC mini album. We're doing another mini, just a little different design, and I showed it last week. I had two, and I couldn't decide which one, or whether I was going to do the same premise as the mini album, but make it bigger. It was just an awful lot like we had. This is a completely new design, per se. Of course, it's got a chipboard. Here's the sides. I'm going to make the spine a little bit bigger with some metal and some charms and flowers. And this was a chipboard piece, and then I cut these out with oval framelits, put them on a little thin, like a cereal box type card base, and put them down. Of course, the paper line is the French country, which is wonderful. And then when you open it up, of course, I made a pocket. Now these are the pocket. There are going to be 6 pockets. They are put on the normal spine that we use. They do have uh, magnets, and they do have a photo page that comes out, or a journaling, whatever you want to do. Now I've made this a different size. We are going to use not the envelopes, but we are going to use the paper, the folded paper, pre-folded craft greeting cards. These come in a package like so. They're 5 by 7, and they're folded in half, the greeting cards, and the envelopes also come with them. And I think there's 50 in here. I've had this forever. We're not using the envelopes. I don't do a lot of envelopes, but they're nice envelopes. But we're just using the cards, and then we're going to do an insert, a little booklet type insert that goes in, like this has got the photo page, like so. On this one, I'm going to do, what am I going to do? Where is it? I'm going to do like a little booklet, like so. Now that's made out of the envelope and cards as well, because the paper matches, and it's the smaller ones, the 4 by 5.5. There again, we're just using the paper, okay? I will have a cutting guide. I don't have it ready now. I've got it written out. I just don't have it typed out. So the first thing we're going to do, let's do our book. Any questions? Um, oh, I got all set up with a new modem and on and on and on, and I hope they don't come today. They're running a whole new line from somewhere to our house. It was too short, it was loose, it was all these things. And knock on wood, since they put in that new modem and it has a built-in router, whatever, it's been doing much better. Carol isn't going to be here today. One of the anonymouses has left. Carol isn't going to be here today. She has other plans. I did put it out to different ones. So the first thing we're going to do is cover our front and back and spine. Now, what is it? Where's my instructions? I will have this typed out. For the cover, you need a chipboard. You need 2 pieces of chipboard. You need 2 pieces of chipboard that measure 4 3/4 by 5 3/8. 2 pieces of chipboard that measure 4 3/4 by 5 3/8. That's the front and the back. And then you need 1 piece that's 2 1/4 wide and 4 3/4 long. So they go in this direction. If I get off and like so. Now I'm going to cover these. I'm going to cover this in craft paper first, and then we're going to add our design paper. These are very, very easy to make. I've made some of the pages. I'd like to get this done as much as we can today. We've been having to go over. Okay, now I take my ruler and I'm going to do a 1/2 inch. I'm going to, because I got this a little crooked. Now I'm going to trim that off. That's the way. Let's do it this way. Not really going to matter. I'm going to do a 1/2 inch to fold all around the side. So I give a starting point. And I've seen others. I always start in the middle. I start, God, I can't, oh, I know what happened. I moved this. There we go. I start in the middle. I lay my spine down in the middle, and we're going to have a 1/2 inch on the other side. And then I add to either side. I've seen somewhere the splice is cleared. I don't like that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So we're going to put down the spine. I'm going to use score tape on the outer perimeter at least. On the spine, I'll probably use it in the middle too. You want the spine to be real secure. I got up a little bit ago and I moved the camera. I forgot. Any questions? There are just a few of us, Bunny. Hi, Bunny. Oops, testing. What are you testing, Bunny? Stick around. It's going to be fun. We're making a new project. We're making a new album. I haven't given this album a name yet. It's just a little pocket flip top album. Not very many of us so far. Well, it seems funny when I give something away. There's all kinds of people. But that's okay. I don't care. I'm going to have to start cleaning out. I think I'm going to, I've got an Etsy page. I put something on there a long time ago. Just one item, I think. And I've had no response. I don't know how to do those things or how they work and advertise and on and on. I'm not spending a lot of money, but I know a lot of people are doing very well on them. Well, they say they are. So anyway, I've got the tape, and then I'm going to pull off the backing and put this down. I made a couple of the pages. I screwed up a couple times. I had to make 2 of them over. Okay, we pulled this off. Hi, Bunny. I thought I was all alone. Oh, no, honey, you're not. You're absolutely not. In the cornfield, I love it. Okay, we're going to burnish. Now, I've got some scrap tape because I'm disappointed in this, but that's another story. It wouldn't load right on my gun, my tape gun. So the upshot is I'm not throwing it away, and I can just do it like I do my score tape and put it down manually, and I've done it 2 or 3 times. I don't know why it got twisted some way and I couldn't get it loaded. You know, you get what you pay for. I tried to buy some cheaper tape and for the ATG guns and whatever. Carol isn't here today for you newbies. I don't know what she's doing. She didn't tell me. It wasn't required that I know. Or she did, I can't remember. But anyway, everything's okay, I think. I think her sister's on the mend. And okay, now it goes this way. So we're going to pull off the tape backing. Love score tape. I bought something else. I bought, it was that new glue that I'm using that I do like. I'm going to see if Carol can get that glue. I don't know where Janny's here today. Okay, now make sure this is lined up. Well, it has to be lined up with this. Now remember that you're going to leave at least, I'd leave a little more than what I've been seeing. There we go. So that when it folds, I'll tell you why I started doing this. Yeah, the rolls, yeah, I couldn't get it put on right. It wouldn't, whatever. It got messed up with the tape being on the wrong side of the roll, and I couldn't get it twisted around and whatever. But so I didn't throw it away, and I can just use it like I do my score tape. I just use it in the middle like this, but it's great. Okay, now we're going to do this side same way. Okay. Now I put a little, but I have been having a terrible time, even with my favorite paper in the world, Graphic 45, with it cracking. Now the paper I'm using today is the paper that we used a couple times ago that Carol sent. I'll tell you what the name of it is. I forget, quite frankly, right now. Okay, now I'm going to go back around and cut off a 1/2 inch like so. So they match. There's a scrap. I have more scraps. Okay. Now I'm going to bevel the edges. And what I do, I've got that little best measure thing, but what, oh, that looks kind of short. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I've been lining this up at the one mark. Oh, I hope that isn't too short. And cutting this across, and it leaves this one little mark here. Here's the metal, and then the next little mark. And if you line that up, that little mark with the corner of the chipboard, then it leaves you enough room. But I got this one down here kind of short. Ooh. Well, we'll see, said the Zen Master. I'm going to kind of pre-fold these to tell it where it's going to live. Where's my tape? Oh, that looks bigger than a 1/2 inch. I think it is. I think it is. I know it is. How'd that happen? Okay. Now I'm going to run score tape. If I do a 1/2 inch, I use 3/8 inch tape. If I have a little extra hanging over, I'll run my ATG gun down, but I don't think I'm going to have that today. This is kind of an oblong little deal. I put tape okay. Now I tape around this spine on either side like so, because you want that spine to be real secure, because it's constantly being opened and shut and worked. couple down the middle. Okay. Now I know I don't cut these like other people do because it's slow to pick up, lay down. I used to work in a factory. I turned in a suggestion one time. It was a time study. And they bought it and they paid me very nicely. They're still using it today. But the upshot is time is money and all that. But I still go back and trim them off, so I don't know how much time I've saved. Hello. Hi, Carrie. Who else is here? Well, we picked up a few. We got some more anonymouses. I wish they'd sign in. Okay, now let's pull off our score tape. Backing. Our score tape backing. Well, we had ample birthdays last weekend. My grandson turned 7 on the 16th. And the next day, the 17th, my baby girl, turned 40. Oh, word. But she did just, I remember turning 40, didn't bother me a bit. It really didn't. I think the only one that might have was maybe 60. I don't know. But anyway, the kids had a great big party for Walker. And they had a slide, one of those blow up. Oh my word, it was huge. I mean, it looked like it came out of a park, and the kids loved it. A friend of mine was going with us, and she said, "Now, Gwen, you know, it's bathing suit attire." I said, "Yeah, sure." But I want to tell you, the kids had a big time. They really did. Just kind of bend this gingerly. You don't want it to crack. Now we're going to pull the tape backing off of the short ends. And then you're going to bring in your little sides like so. Oh, see, that's just short. Well, it'll be okay. But see, you don't want this. You do not want that. It's just a wee bit short. This is fine. This is perfect. You want enough to cover that. And I thought it'd be a little short. I think I didn't get that. Well, obviously I didn't get it laid down, but I think I cut before I really paid attention to laying it down. It's all right. It won't show. We'll cover it with ink because we are going to do that. Now here is our book. Now we're going to do the inside. And I'm going to cover the inside as well with the craft paper. Because because our paper that we're using is, let's see, how much do I need? Let's see. Oh, wonderful. I swear to John. This has got to be 4 and 4.5. 4.5. Oh, what did I do? I think I made that 4 1/4, didn't I? Yeah, it's 4 1/2. I got this new printer or cutter. I don't know. It's a new one out by Friskers. It's got a different type blade, and I don't know. I saw somebody else using it, and it just zipped, and appears to be sharper than mine. Or I don't get it held down tight enough. Okay, we're going to splice this together. I know. Going to have some waste here, but can't help it. Can't help it. This girl can't help it. But as I say, I'm going to lay this down and lay this down. And there again, I'm going to lay that in the middle. I'm going to mark this about here. And about here. And I'm going to cut that off, but we've got waste. Got so much waste. Okay. Any questions? It was quite a way up there. Meg, did you see the first? Hello. Hi, Carrie Ann. Hi, honey. Okay. Here's our liner. Here's our waste. But those can be used for lots of things down the road. Okay. Erase that. If you got any questions, do it in caps because we don't have Carol here today. Our Carol. Now, I won't be here next week. We're back on schedule. Today would have been my normal day, but remember I was there last week because I couldn't come because I didn't have any internet. Oh, that was a nightmare. Unbelievable. But apparently it appears, but they're going to put in this new cable to run to the house from the wherever. And that was a pretty long run for that. Let's try this again. Short runs. And then we're going to line this with pattern paper. I forget what that paper is. Jenny hasn't been feeling well. She sent me a note last week. She wasn't here because she wasn't feeling well. So Jenny, if you're going to listen to the recording or whatever, I didn't see you were here. I hope you're feeling better, honey. Joanne, hello. Okay. Let's pull off the adhesive. Put this down. We'll have our book. We're going to do this part of the book cover, and then we're going to do our pages. I got some of them finished, but I think I've got 3 more to make. I wanted to make sure that you understood. Certainly isn't hard, but a little different. My grandson loves to take a roll of tape and just start pulling it off and making a ball out of it. He was here one day, and all of a sudden, I thought, "What are you doing, Walker?" "Well, I'm making a ball." Put some more here. Okay, now I have to stand up for this to get it nice and even, or as even as I can. There we go. Okay, there we go. Hi, Joanne. Or Joan, or Joanne. Is it Joanne or Joan? I had a girlfriend named Joanne, and she married my uncle and became Aunt Joanne. And Uncle's gone. Aunt Joanne is still here. We used to tease about that. She was about 10 years older than me, and we were buddies. She's doing great. Okay. Any questions? Let's burnish. And then very gingerly, you can take your bone folder and kind of go down, but be very careful not to tear your paper. I certainly have done that numerous times. I made a little wider spine. I love those wide spines, and especially on those little teensy. This is, and it's not square. The finished is 5.5 by, let's see, 5.5 by 4 3/4. So there is our little jobby. At this point, we will cover this with pattern paper. So we will set this aside. Now here's what we're making. We're going to use lots of magnets. Now, we are using, as I said, we are using the paper or the cards from this 5x7 folded card envelope and greeting card package. Got it at, I don't know, Michael's or Hobby Lobby, one or the other, I'm not sure. Not using the envelopes, we're just using the paper. So I have started some. Let's see, that's the inserts. Okay, here we go. Put this out of the way right now. Okay, I've made 2. Now, it's a pocket type thing because we're going to put this on the hidden hinge. Here's your flap. We're going to put magnets in here, and we're also going to put a little booklet, but we're going to also use pattern paper. I have gone around these with archivers, and I've also used the stub punch from Memory Keepers. So here is the page. It goes in, and then I made a thumb pull with the envelope punch board. So you need 6 of these. I've made 2. So we're going to make 4 more. Now here they are. Now, you do not have to buy these. Oh, the brown tape. It's just refill tape for an ATG gun. And I bought a whole box of it online. It's the 1/4 inch. And when I tried to load it in my ATG gun, it got all messed up. And I couldn't get it loaded where the tape was pulling off like this. It was turned over. So I couldn't get it loaded. It was cheap. It's good tape. I mean, it works fine, but so I'm not throwing it away. I got 3 rolls here. I bought a dozen rolls. I've since bought other. So I just use it by hand, just like I do. Like I do other tape. Okay, here is, now, This is the folded, this is the card that comes in the package with the envelopes, the 5x7 cards, and they're already pre-scored to fold, okay? You do not have to buy these and use these. What you can do, and I will have this on the cutting guide, is take a piece of cardstock, cut it at 10 by 7, 10 by 7, and score it in half at 5. 10 by 7 and score it in half at 5 inches. And then you are going to take your cutting tool and you're going to cut a 1/2 inch off of one side. On the short side, you're going to cut off a 1/2 inch. And that's going to make that a 1/2 inch smaller. Then you're going to take your scoreboard, and on the other end, that makes it 9.5 now. On the other end, you're going to score a 1/2 inch, like so. Here's your halfway mark. You cut off a 1/2 inch on one side, and you scored a 1/2 inch on the other. Then you're going to turn it around, and you're going to score 2 inches, like so. So, you've taken your paper, you've cut, it was 10 inches by 7, you cut off a 1/2 inch is 9.5. On the other end, you score a 1/2 inch. Now remember, it was pre-scored because of the cards, it was pre-scored in half at 5 inches. If you use your own paper, then it's 10 by 7 and you score it at 5. Cut off a 1/2 inch, score it at half, turn it 90 degrees, and score it at 2 inches. Any questions? Then you are going to, on this side where you got the 1/2 inch scored, you're going to cut along that 2 inch score line just to the center, like so. Turn it and cut it off. And this is what, oh, I didn't cut that very good. Let me do this again. I like to cut those bumps off of those score lines. And it looks like this. This was the side on your, where you did your scoring. I still didn't get that right. Just a minute. I'm getting anal here. Okay. So we've got a fold like so and burnish. Now I'm not mitering these corners. Then you fold the center again. This is going to fit down, and then you're going to fold your score line here on your 2 inches. That's your flap, like so. This is going to go together, and this is going to, now I always do this after I fold it down. Make sure that's square, and then go back and fold it. There we go. So there's your pocket. Now I'm going to go back. Now this is your 1/2 inch, but from here to here it's 4.5 inches. To make your thumb pull, I use this. You can use whatever you want. This fold you put at, it's 4.5, so we wanted a 2 1/4 right there. Okay, and then punch. But you want your 2 1/4 from this fold line over to center. And then when you put, and then this is going to go this way. And then you put it together like so, and you fold down and burnish. Now I am going to, well, I'll do this to all of them, but let's make another one. Okay, is there any questions? Any questions? So let's make another one. So here is your card. You fold it in half, 5 inches. This is, I say, the greeting card stock. I am going to cut off a 1/2 inch on one side. Doesn't matter at this point which side. Cut that off. I am going to score the other side at a 1/2 inch, like so. I'm going to turn it 90 degrees and I'm going to score it 2 inches. On the side that has the 1/2 inch score, I'm going to cut the 2 inch score line to the center. And then I'm going to completely cut it off. Like so. And then I'm going to fold my lines, burnish. This has already been folded, but I fold it again and I burnish it. This is your flap. I'm going to fold and burnish it. And then I take it, put it in the, but you can use a round punch. 2 1/4 is your center. Just get it centered. And of course, there is there's another page. Now I fold these down, these kind of, and see, this is open. This is what's going to fit inside your binding. Okay, we got 2 more. We are going to cut off a 1/2 inch. We are going to, I know I could do this, whatever, but I'm doing it individually. Score a 1/2 inch on the other side that you cut off. Turn it 90 degrees. Score it at 2 inches. Cut on the side of the score line, your tab line, the 2 inch line, all the way to the center, and cut it off. Hard to see. There we go. Now we're going to fold our score lines. And then I'm going to do my pull at 2 1/4. Line up that crease line, not your, and so there we have it. This folds back like so. I'm going to burnish that again. I don't know, I'm going to make sure that's lined up. It's a little crooked. I'm going to trim that off. There we go. We have 1 more. Now there again, you don't, but the cards, it's good paper. It's good heavy craft paper. I've had it forever. Why waste it? It just lays on in a shelf. And I thought, well, I'm going to use it. And it is good craft paper. It's just like, you know. I'm going to put this over here. Oh, I forget what I'm doing. Oh. Okay, the left side, the side across from the one that you cut. When you put this back in, the long side now is 9 1/2 inches. You're going to score it at a 1/2 inch. You're going to turn it 90 degrees and score it at 2. You are going to cut along, don't forget, along, because you've already cut this side a 1/2 inch. Along the 2 inch score line. and cut it off. And I cut that crooked as a, you could do this on your trimmer. I've got this new trimmer. I don't know about it yet. It's a new Friskers. It's just got a different type blade. I don't know that it's as sharp as those other blades. Okay. You can use these for tags down the road. I save those. I save everything. Word. Okay. Now we're going to fold our, now I don't miter these corners. And then you're going to fold this. And then we're going to make one more thumb hole at 2 1/4. And there we go. And then this will fold back because you're going to put this down. I'm going to do it like this. Okay. Now we're going to put them together. No, first of all, I'm going to distress the edges. So we have 6 of them. Oh, yeah, we have 6 of them, like so. I am going to do the chomper on the stub, on the flap, like so, for a I'm cutting off the stub, and then when I do the pattern paper to mat it, I'll do the same. Okay, we've stepped. Now I'm going to distress, and I'm using Archiver's Coffee. I usually use walnut stain. I need to get some refills, or I don't. It's not real inky. And I like them inky. What have you guys been making? Anything yourselves? So it'll be 2 weeks for I'm back. Carol will be here next week. I don't think she'll be in today after me. I don't know. The phones are shut off. I have been busy, but I'm kind of getting caught up. It takes a lot of inking, but that makes it pretty. I love the stub. Hi, Vicki. Are you new, Vicki? Welcome. And we probably won't get it all finished today. I tell you these, well, it's the embellishing. We'll get it done to a point. And I know you like to see the embellishment, so I don't, and I like to take my time. Now I've been, I've been, oh, you, okay, honey, well, glad you're here. Glad you're here. We could use new people. They're not growing a lot. I don't know why. I am disappointed that I'm not getting these downloaded on YouTube. I can tell you that. I've tried 2 or 3 times. It says it's downloading and check back later, but it hasn't. And then I emailed YouTube, and to help me, I have to have that Prime. Well, I'm not going to do that. This is not my vocation. I have a job. And I've been busy at my job. I love my job. I am going to take a little bit of time off this summer and spend with the babies. Let's see. Just about there. I don't have a name for this. Let's pick a name. I really don't. Well, hello. Jelly side down. It's a mini. It's got a little flap top. Flap top mini. I don't know. I don't have a name. So let's name it. Hello, Gwen. Oh, Miss Linda, you're here. I can start now. Okay, sweetie. Miss Linda. Okay, well, we have started. So you'll have to watch. Now, Ustream, you can watch them on Ustream. You can't watch them on iPad because I like to watch it myself, the recording on iPad, but you can't. You can watch live on iPad because I watch Xandra a lot on iPad. Xandra is traveling the world with her daughter. I think it's wonderful. Anyway, but you can't watch the recordings. I mean, you can watch the recordings on your iPad, but you can't watch it live on your iPad. I gotta burnish this a little more. So they're still on Ustream for 30 days, or I don't know. They certainly pull them off. 2, 3, 4. And we have 2 finished. So here we got to put them together with our 1/2 inch. Now I put it here on the outside because I fold this under. I don't want that seam showing. So I'm going to start doing Henry Ford's way, like an assembly line. And then we're going to make our little book. I'm going to make little book type inserts for this one. I suppose I could have cornered these, chamfered or mitered, but I didn't, so I don't know. Okay, here we go. Now you pull off your tape backing, turn it over, and if everything's right with the world, this should just fit down perfect. And it did. And there is your page. Like so. It's going to go like this in your book. We're going to have a book that fits in here. What do I do with my deal? Here it is. Do you understand how they work? Everybody okay? I made your ATC album in a bigger size to hold all my plants. Oh, you did, Carrie. Well, I made it in a bigger size as well. Yeah, you can make it any size you want. Well, great, honey. I'm glad. Post it so we can see it. You know I like to see them posted. Okay, well, very good. Somebody posted one. Yeah, I made it bigger too. I think I showed that last time, and I don't want to show it today. I don't think I did. Same premise, just a bigger size. No big to do. In fact, this is bigger than this. This is what I'm going from. This one here, with this, and on and on and on. And it's got a belly band and on and on. I showed this. But this one is bigger. It's wider. It's not any longer. It's the same length, but it's wider. It's about a ½ inch wide. It's a good way if you have these envelopes and you haven't used them for cards or whatever. It's good craft paper. It's a good way to use them. Now I'm not a big envelope deal person. Now we are going to do the inserts. Now the inserts, I use the small envelope. These are the small ones that fold. Whoops, I got to make 2 of them here that fold in half like so. They are, let's see, what size are they? But they're the pre-folded envelopes and cards, just like the other. And these are 4 by 5.5. And then here are the cards, the greeting cards, just like so. Now, there again, if you don't have them, don't go buy them. They're 8 by 5.5. 8 by 5.5, scored in the middle at 4. But we're going to cut these down a little bit. But that's what I start with. Now, I'm going to, I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm going to cut 3/4 of an inch off the long side. 3/4 of an inch. Now that's because I'm using the card stock or the greeting cards. If you were making your own, you would just cut them. You would just cut your paper to 4 3/4 by 8. But these are the greeting cards, so I'm cutting 3/4 of an inch off the long side, and I'm folding them in half, and I am going to stub the folded jobbies. I don't know whether I'm going to stub the back. I'm going to start by stubbing I'm stubbing. You can use any punch or none. You don't have to punch anything. I like them punched. And I will also punch. I'm going to cover them in pattern paper, making little books. And I may put lines in them so you could write also. Do we have 6? Okay, so there's our little books. So that was paper cut at 8 inches by 4 3/4, or if you use the pre-folded, pre-scored greeting cards, on the long side you cut off 3/4 of an inch, so they will fit down in your page like so. And then this is gonna, and then we'll add a magnet. So there we go. And I am going to do this as well. Any questions? We're going to be covering the front and the back with pattern paper. I may make, I don't know, I may make a couple of them with some lined paper, make really make a little book. Now what we're going to do next is cover our book. We've already made our book with the pattern paper. Oh no, I'm going to make the hidden hinge modified hidden hinge. I'm not afraid to say anything anymore. Dear word. Well, I miss not having these on YouTube. I had a good following build up on YouTube, and so I don't know. And I'm not paying that extra money, but everybody's awfully quiet. I got writing on this, but I'll erase it, but it'd cover up. I'm going to make a cutting guide later today. When I finish up here, I've got some things I got to get back to, but okay, there we go. There's our little, let's see, do I need to do that inside? Yeah, I do. Sorry, I need to do the inside. Hi, Kelly. I don't know whether Ronnie left or not. It's awfully quiet. It's so funny. Molly is so good while I'm doing this. And as soon as I pull out the camera, he knows we're going to do a show. And he lays down or he goes and finds Dad. Or Ronnie usually leaves and has lunch and whatever. I know this takes a long time, but it's what makes it pretty. Lots of new things out. I'm waiting patiently, and like everybody else, for the new graphic 45 paper. And Carol has some new Memory Keepers hand punches. I pre-ordered both of them. They're on her website. I forget what they're called, but they're like these. They're Memory Keepers, and they're new. They're a new design. They're not design, but a new cut. I pre-ordered, said they're going to be in pretty soon, but Graphic 45 has come out with some new papers. It's not out yet, but they're coming real soon, and I want them as well. I have so much. Dear word, I don't know. I made my grandson the cutest card for his birthday, and my baby Courtney, 40-year-old baby Courtney. Okay, there we go. There are our little books, as Margaret Ann says, my Margaret, to put inside. Can't make them too. Okay, now let's work. So we have those made. We have our pages all made. So Now let's go back to our book. We have it cut. Oh, I want to do this as well on the book. Okay. Hi, Card Chick. How are ya? So many bunnies. Oh, anybody got any questions? Okay, so here is the book. Can't buy it. Can't judge a book by its cover. I do it all the time. I got so many new books, and oh dear Lord, I'm obsessed. I am absolutely. So now we are going to make. Oh, I ought to run over this real quick. We're going to make our spine. Get that all ready, and then we'll start some embellishing. Okay, there we go. Now we need a piece of paper. Let's see, we'll get one of the cards. Papers, I think, will be enough, I think. I don't know. May not be enough. No, I don't think that would be enough. And I can't get up to get the... So we measure this at... Oh, no, we don't. We measure this at 4.5, and I make it about 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to cut it at 4 3/8. Four and 3/8. Well, maybe just a little more. That next one, I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to count it in. The 4 3/8, and then the next 8. Well, it's 4 4/8. Well, 4/8 is a half. Well, it's not. It's 4 and so many 16ths. All right. And put it in, and we're going to score. This is the way I do it. I start out with 1 inch, and then I do half, half, quarter. That's one set. And then I do half, half, quarter. 2 sets. Half, half. Wait a minute, something's went astray. Half, half, quarter, half, half, quarter, half, half, quarter. Okay, that's right. Half, half, quarter, half, half, quarter. Now I got to count them because I think the next one's the last half, half, but you don't use a quarter on the very end. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 2 more half halves. Half, half. That ain't right. I did something not right. I did. Darn it. These last two, I'm going to have to erase them. I needed 2 more half-halves, and I did a 1/4 1/2. So let me go back. As a 1/4. Oh, wait a minute. Half, half. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh dear, I'll get it, but it's kind of messed up, but I'll get it. And we're here. So at 9 1/2. You should end at 9 1/2. I'll fix it. It's not going to show, but I've got a 1/2 inch on each end. I screwed up. Oh. Now I'm going to fold and burnish. Now I'm going to tape. I'm going to fold this and burnish. Okay. Now this is half. Oh, I'm going to have to. It's going to be tough at first. There's a 1/2 one. And here's a 1/2. Let's see. And there's a 1/4. Oh, I screwed this up. Let me see. Something there. I want to do this to see where I'm at. Otherwise, I want to start over. I screwed it up. The very end. And this is going to fold down on the 1/2 like so. And there's no reason I can't. Okay. There we go. Now we got 1/2. You put these on every other 1/2 and you end up with 6 pieces of tape. There we go. Just put it on one side of the 1/2 you've scored. That's right. There we go. We are good to go. Now, you've got your 1/4 inch. Okay, here's your first deal. And here's your 1/4 inch. You got a 1/4. I scored it too close. But here's 1/2 you put together, 1/2 you put together, so on. And leave that 1/4 inch in between. You just fold it on top of itself, like so. Press it down and then fold back that 1/4 in between. That's your flange, not your flange, that's your spacing. Okay, there we go. Oh. Just fold it over and lay it down. It'll find itself. It'll find itself. Make sure these are straight. There we go. Then you fold this way. Now, I turn it over and I open it up and I burnish. because there's your flange, there's your 1/4 inch. Here's another flange or wing or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. And I go back over them because you want these. I like this. I used another system. It was a good system. I never had trouble with it. It's just I like this, and I do it a little different because I like the double thickness of the little jobbies. I never had any trouble with the other. You're going to put score. Now you could use glue, but I'm going to use score tape. I like to put it on both sides of your little flanges or whatever they are, your wings. Then I miter the corners. It's just easy. I cut these just a itsy bitsy less, and then I miter the corners. Didn't used to do that, but it just is easier to set them on top. We're going to put this, well, we're going to start embellishing the book cover. I have to leave today at 3 or so, pretty close. We won't get it all done, but we'll do it next time, finish it. Well, summer's half gone. The year's half gone. Unbelievable. I don't know what happened to May. Okay, now I'm going to burnish these. Hi, Vanilla. Okay, you girls are coming back to bed with me. It's way too early and way too cold to be sitting. Aw. Carrie Ann, okay. Sorry, honey. It'll be recorded on Ustream for a while. I watched some of the last one myself this morning and to make sure it was all there, and it was, but I'd still hate that I can't. I am going to miter these corners on these flats. It just makes it easier to slip your pages on. I'm not going to put this down yet. I'm going to work on the book. Well, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I want to work on the book a little bit. I won't be putting flowers and all that. I used a lot of flowers on these other books. Char isn't here, I don't think. I've got her book, her ATC book she won last time. Ronnie's putting it in the mail as we speak. Well, I don't know as we speak, but he's putting it in today. God love him. I run him to death to the bank and to the post office and all these things, which I hate to go to both. Now, there we go. There is our, now, turn it over. And I am going to, we're going to glue down, use 1/2 inch here. I'm going to put this one here. That's too thick. I don't want all that. Okay. Okay. Now this is the wings, and this is where a lot of people put it down like so, with the wings out, like this. I don't like that. I put them under, and all you see is the flanges or the whatever, the wings, whatever you want to call them. So we turn it over and I pull off the tape backing on the wings of a snow white dove, and then make sure that's good and flat and open, and just lay it over on itself like so and burnish it. Now you're going to get to a point that, oh, it's going to fly up one of the wings, that you made a big mistake. Well, you didn't. It just looks that way. First time I did that, I thought, oh my gosh. Do this one over as, see, that is going to show like that. You didn't do anything wrong, because that's going to fold down like that. Oh, and dark. It's only 4 a.m. Carrie, where are you? 4 a.m. My God, did you cross the international date line? That's 12 hours ago apart. Well, let me tell you, Card Chick, you can have some of our rain. We had a monsoon the other night. We have had more rain than we have had in years. I mean, everything is flooded, and, well, it's not where I live flooded, and it's good for the fields and the corn and the beans and the whatever, but I want to tell you, it's storm, and poor old Molly, he doesn't like the storms, and he cuddles up. He doesn't like it. Okay, there is our hinge. So that goes with this. Now let's go back to this. I am going to, oh dear, ooh. I want to cover this with pattern paper, but no, I'm not, because it'll sew. I'm thinking. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this as the outside cover. And I'm not going to run it all the way, because it'll crack. There's no question, because this paper is pretty stiff. So I need it at 5 1/8 by 4 1/8 by, I'm going to write this down. 5 1/8 by 4 and what? 4 1/2. I want to make sure. Yeah, 5 1/8 by 4 1/2. Okay, 5 1/8 by 4 1/2, and I want, let's see, that's the longest. So I want to make this 4 1/7. Well, that's wrong. Oh, I tell you, I get so tired of it. I just really do. 4 1/2, 4 5/8. I waste more paper by 5 1/8. I do. There we go. Okay, I need 2 of those. 5 and an 8. Let's see. No, we're going to 5 and an 8. By 4 1/2. And then we're going to need let's see, that's 2 1/2. So 2 1/2. Let me get 2 of this. Five. Seven, 8. Now it's 4 1/2. I think, I don't know. Everybody okay? No jobs. See your kids. Hi CB, hi honey. Hello everybody that's here that I've missed. I'm in my zone trying to figure this out as we go. No, we don't have as many today. No. Okay. All right. We're going to put these down. Now I'm going to cut. Not cut, but punch. Like so, and like so. I'm doing this stub. Then I'm going to this is the perfect color, this coffee brown and archivers. Or archival, not archivers, archival. I did this on all 4 corners for the spine, but I'm going to put a plate on top of it because I'm going to run a thing through it for I'm going to put a plate on it so I can run a little embellishment through it. Now let me see what's the top and the bottom. It doesn't matter at this point. Okay, that goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Cool. Too cool, as Walker says, for school, Grimmy. There we go. All right. Okay. I don't, or where you order kits from. Oh, I don't know. I don't order kits. Oh, it's a card kit swap group. Oh. Okay, I make my own. I don't do kits. Okay, we're going to put her down. I'm going to use glue. As soon as I get the rust out of my glue. Look at that. That irritates me. That pen, I suppose you can buy pens that don't rust, but I don't have any, and this is kind of clogged up. It's not going to show, but I don't want it there. Well, this is, I'm going to take this off a minute. What's going on? Oh, I can take this off. Do it. I don't always need that fine point. I do like it. And I use it all the time. I like the glue. See, Carol can get it. It mats fast. It mats fast. Okay, I'm going to do this. I didn't realize it came out that fast. I've never used it without the well, that must have been a little different because it's a little. Ooh, that's a little tight. All right. Oh, I didn't put the, well, we'll have to do a different closure. I didn't put, the ribbon through it. CB, Carol. Okay, there's this much. I did not cut that down enough. It's going to have to be that way now. Now, I'm going to take a piece of cardstock. I've got more cutters. I don't need this many cutters. That's pretty thin. I don't want to get through. This is 2.5. I want it to, how much is this? Inch. Oh, I don't want it that thin. I do not want it that thin. Okay, I'll just cut one. I will have to cut one. I want it. Great. I wanted it. 1 3/4. I got the big Frister's rotary. I've got that other rotary too. It's piled with scrapping materials. I don't have room to have it out all the time. I wished I did. I love it. Okay, now it's got to be 4 3/8. So 4 1/8. 4 1/8. I shouldn't be using this on chipboard. Dulls that. Now I'm going to cover this or put it down because I want to run a little eyelet thing through here. Now, ooh, what am I going to cover it with? This paper just gonna do something here because it is going to tear. That is absolutely not where I wanted it. I wanted it on the other side. Yeah. Oh, Gwendolyn. Darn it. Let's try this. Oh, where'd it go? Okay, let's try it again. Who knows what the big... I don't know what you girls are talking about. Okay, I am going to turn it over. It's a 1/2 inch, as best we can. This glue sets up so good. Let's see if Carol can get it. I ordered it from I don't know where. Okay, now we're going to cut a 1/2 inch. Because we're going to wrap it. See how this paper is going to crack? Oh, well that's nice. What doesn't crack, I'm going to cut into. Darn it. There it is. hold this and furnish it. Why am I gluing this? I don't know what I'm doing today, girls. I'm gluing this. I'm covering this fine. Contractor got half up front and the rest completion, but the job has grown, so he has less than half. God. Don't pay him until he's finished. I've worked in that field. That's what my daughter does. She's a designer. And she doesn't get paid, I can tell you that. She is not happy at the moment. She does some refurbishing and big ticket houses, and the more money they got, the worse they are about paying. Well, it's coming out all right, I guess. It's sticking down. This glue sticks real well, I'll have to say that. Okay, I wanted some color. You can't see the roses, but it is some color. Throw that away. Okay. This, I can't throw my tip away. Where is it? What do I do with it? Oh, great. Oh, there it is. Because I don't need that all the time. But that a needle came with it to put in there that didn't rust, and I lost it. Okay. Now, this is going to go on here like so. Oh, it didn't crack. Okay. Well, Courtney, my daughter, orders all this stuff and these big ticket prices, and she has to pay for them up front, of course. And then they don't give, it's her fault. She doesn't get any down, whatever. I don't like that. That's all right. I am going, it's going to go this way. I am going to cut a hole in it, because I am going to put in one of the little Timmy Holtzes. I don't know what you call them. I've been using them a lot. I love these teensy weensy little paper clips of his. Probably use them on our books. Okay. Don't forget to, oh, I did forget the ribbon. I already forgot a card. I already forgot it. So we'll do another type of closure. I did. I put down the papers, and I did. We'll put something down. It'll be okay. I'm having trouble with that ribbon, tying it. A piece of tape on the back of this. I already forgot it. I put a piece of tape on the back of those little, I can't turn them another way or that won't be center. So I put that on there, and I'm going to use my hot glue gun up here. I've got it going. Glue stick. Okay, here we go. Okay, there it is. I've been putting these plates on. I always forget to put these little jobbies on. Uh, yeah, well, I'm going to put another closure on it. It would be hanging, and that would drive me crazy. I like the ribbon. It's just okay. We'll use another closure. There we go, like so. We need a focal point, and I don't know what that's going to be because there wasn't a lot of embellishments with this paper. I love this paper. This paper Carol sent. It's Serenity. Uh, Free and quality. Who's it by? Designed by Manuel Zimmerman. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous paper. Um, okay. But it didn't have, I can't say that word. I need oh, I know. I have this stuff now. Now, I have a bunch of these frames, which I really like. There's that. There's that. There's that. That's too big. Those are too big. It's Happy New Year. Well, it needs to be one of these. It's square. There's a square one. Had to check on electrician. There's that. Oh, well, looky here. Looky there. And that's got the jobby and the jobby. Okay. That's what we'll do. I don't know where I got these. I don't know. I love these little wooden frames, though. Okay, that is, oh, I lost a piece off of something. What we'll do, now we need to do this. I'm not going to cover it with paper or anything. I'm just going to do this. Oh, we could make a shaker out of it. Like that. I should have done that now, but I didn't. We could make a shaker. What do you think? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. I can't decide. No, I don't have anything. I don't know. I can't. I need something to put in there, Matt, but I don't. Need something. Or do a shaker card. I'm thinking, I'm sorry, I'm not paying much attention. Thank you, card. I don't know what to do with this. We'll make it, let's see. Make a shaker card. Well, that didn't work. But we need some embellishments. I don't know what to do. Well, that's Christmas, dear Lord. Bought a whole bunch of stuff. No, I like that. I might put some butterflies. Well, should put it, I don't know. Let me see something over here. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't decide what I want to do. I need a focal point. I need a picture or something. I'm all hemmed in. Let's see. I'm looking over here. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. No, there are no cut aparts, Carrie. That's the problem. That is the problem. There are no cut aparts. I've made some, but well, I don't know. I think I might just make a shaker out of it. Well, if I could get over here across the room, I've got so much stuff. It's just getting to it. Especially, I'm going to try to scoot over here. I have a focal point of some kind. I'm over here looking. I mean, okay. Oh, God. See what this brings. Absolutely knocking me over. Okay, back of these. I still need to put. Oh, that's. I love these pictures. Oh, I go that way. Yeah, with that. Are these people? Isn't that cute? Oh. Oh Lord, look at that. Hysterical. I do remember some of these times. Yeah, most of them's going the wrong direction. Okay, let me see. These are cool. I love them. Well, let's see what this is. Oh, that's cool. It's almost 3 o'clock. Square. These are so cool. I might make a shaker out of it yet. I don't know. I'm having a hard time deciding. I can tell you that. I don't want to rush it. I'm going to have to just wait until next time. I mean, I got all kinds. See, there were no embellishments that came with this. Hello, life. This is cute. Use some of these inside. Okay. Well, that didn't work. See what I've cut apart here. It's another paper collection, but it may work. See what we've got. Oh. I like that. Put it at an angle. Well, I'm having a hard time. Is everybody still here? Oh, shoot poot. You know, I'm not, to be honest, crazy about that cover. I did it. I can't get it off, but I could cover it up. I'm not crazy about that cover. I'm having a hard time with the cover. Oh, this would work. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to have to go. Uh, we got to finish this in two anyway. That would have been on there. I can't decide, and I'm not going to rush it. Um, that could go on there. That'd be cute on there. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait. We got a lot done, I guess. We've got a lot more to do. I am going to wait. I don't know. I'm not that crazy about that cover. Maybe I could brighten it up. Bye, Bunny. Bye, card. Well, I'm sorry I didn't get any more finished, but we will in two. I'll be back in 2 weeks, and we'll finish it up or do the best we can. I may change that cover, that paper, this right here. I may change it. I can cover them up. I like this. And then decide on the inside. But I've got to have a focal point, and so far I don't have one. So, glad y'all came, enjoyed it. I do have to leave though, or I mean, I would go till 3:30. We certainly do that, but I've got an appointment that I got to go out of town, and I've just been so busy. I've had to taken up the day, which is fine, but it's just I then need to take some appointments of an evening, and that's okay. I can't get that in there, of course. So we'll finish this up week after next. Carol will be here. Thanks, Card. Thanks, Miss Linda. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you in two. Same place, same station. I will post the cutting guides for this within the next couple days and give you notice that they're there on Scrap-a-Dab-a-Doo Crafts and my website and whatever. You'll find them. It's not a big thing, especially. Well, I'm going to tell you how to cut and measure and whatever just for paper if you take your own cardstock. And also, what you do the way we did them by using the cards. So I'll do a cutting guide. We did not get a lot done, did we? Well, I apologize. It will be on Ustream for a while if you want to go back and see what we did. I'll try to download it to YouTube, but there again. So I'll see you all in two. Be safe. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye-bye.